Hi guys, hello there. My name is Omolo. Welcome back to Sego Codes, and let's pick it up from where we left on MongoDB series. Last week, all we did was connect our cluster from the Mongosh or the Mongo shell, and that was quite easy because you only needed to pick this connection string from your Atlas UI and then just press enter, and that will prompt you for the password, which you need to enter your password. To enter your password, I'll do that. And if the password is correct, the name is correct, and the URI is correct, you will be connected to your cluster and you will have your test database selected by default. Now that was last week's video. Today I want us to understand what MongoDB is, the features of MongoDB and the concepts in MongoDB. This will help you understand the upcoming videos on CRUD operations, aggregation frameworks, data modeling, and a lot more. You basically need to understand these to make it easier for you to quickly understand what will be coming up. So that is what we're going to understand today. Basically, what is MongoDB? Let's get into it. MongoDB is a document database with the scalability and flexibility that you want with querying and indexing what you need. MongoDB is open source and relational database management system, or what we call a DBMS, that stores data in JSON documents. It is designed to be flexible and scalable, can store structured, semi-structured, and unstructured data. Features of MongoDB. MongoDB has flexible data model. MongoDB stores data in documents instead of tables and doesn't require a rigid schema. This allows for a flexible data model that can evolve as application functionality changes. Now think of this in a situation where you join a new company and then you only have a name, first name, last name, and email address. You are not yet assigned to a department. Now, the initial document or the initial record of you will look like first name, last name, and your email ID. But once you are assigned to a department, it can be easy when using MongoDB to just add that new field like department to your document. Okay, and at the same time we can have like different documents in a collection having different data models or shapes. For example, one document can have 3 fields, another one can have 4 fields, another one can have 5 fields. So that is what we mean by flexible data model. And also there is no like strict rigid schema. Like you don't have to like define your schema before working with MongoDB. Start working on it, refine your data as you move on. Now, document storage format. MongoDB uses binary JSON, what we call BSON, a binary form of JavaScript object notation. Scalability. MongoDB can scale horizontally using sharding and can store and handle larger amounts of data than traditional databases. Now, sharding is basically dividing a large data set that requires higher throughput and output. So if you have a large data set, okay, now let's say you have like 1 million records. You want to like store the first 100,000 records in one shard, the next 1,000 another shard, and that format, I mean, just dividing your data into like smaller chunks and storing them in different servers. Yeah, this will help in horizontal scaling, and hence you will achieve high throughput and output. Then high availability. MongoDB has inbuilt replication and failover. Security. MongoDB has native document filtration and schema exploration. We look into this once we get into data modeling and advanced interacting with now MongoDB and applications. And then we have management and tooling. MongoDB has tooling for automation, monitoring, and backup. Concepts in MongoDB. A document. Think of a document like a row in SQL or a record in SQL. Now in MongoDB we call it documents. Now this is the basic unit of data storage, essentially a record that is structured like a key value pair set, similar to a JSON object. Now look at this object we have here. This is a document in MongoDB, and you see it is in key value pairs. Like, what is your name? John Doe. Your age 30. Where do you live? New York. What are your interests? Coding, music, and hiking. You see it's like a JSON object, but it's essentially a BSON or binary JavaScript object notation. Now, it's like a row in relational database table, but with more flexible data types and schema design. Collection. Think of a collection as a table in SQL or relational databases. Now, a collection is a group of similar documents. Take it like an example, we can have a table of students. Now, in that table, all the students, like, they belong to a particular entity or particular collection. So think of it as a group of documents, similar to a table in relational databases where each document represents a single record with key value pairs, allowing you to store flexible data within a single collection without strict schema enforcement, meaning documents within the same collection can have different structures and fields. Now, this is a collection one, document one, document two. Another collection is my student data. We'll look into that practically once we get into CAD operations. Okay, moving forward, we have databases. A database stores one or more collections of documents. You can manage databases and collections on the Atlas cluster from the Atlas UI, or you can use Mongosh, which is what we have here, or Mongo Shell, and then you can use MongoDB Campus, which is a GUI or a GUI application that allows you to visualize your cluster from an app. Yes, so then we have lastly the BSON format. Now, BSON is a binary encoded JavaScript object notation, or JSON, a textual object notation widely used to transmit and store data across web-based applications. JSON is easier to understand as it is human readable, but compared to BSON, it supports fewer data types. Now, why is BSON special? BSON is special because it encodes types and length information too, making it easier for machines to parse. And like I mentioned, additional data types in BSON include date, object ID, binary data, timestamps, decimal 1 to 8 for precise financial calculations. Now let's have a picture of what happens, like the structure of data in a MongoDB. So on the top level, you have a database. Database will contain more than one collection, can contain like 3, 2, or even just one. And then now we have a collection which contains types of documents. So inside the collection or this table, we'll have documents, which are records which are related. So a document is simply a key value pair list of an array. So a document, one or more documents form a collection, and one or more collections form a database. That is what you need to understand. And then we have tools to manage your database cluster. So tools to manage your database cluster is what I mentioned here, where we have Atlas UI, Mongosh, and MongoDB Campus. So in our next video, I'm going to explore these tools: Atlas UI, Mongosh, MongoDB, Campus, and then we'll be able to understand how we can actually visualize, have a look into our database, see the metrics and everything. So expect me in the next video that we're going to look into these tools into details, and then after that we'll have a video on CAD operations. That was it for today. Osego Code signing out.